Hello everybody, Myloreal Anderson, the former training director of NAAGA. First and foremost, just want to say thank you to all my sponsors, my friends, people in the media, everybody for reaching out to me since my last post. Wanted you guys to know I've gotten every call, every message, every text, every DM, everything, even some of the chapters and those presidents and the VPs, just all sorts of different people have reached out, even a lot of other people that I didn't even know that it even reached. I just appreciate all of that, first and foremost. And I just wanted to, first and foremost, just say that I apologize for the delay. I know some of you guys have maybe felt that maybe I was ignoring you, maybe, I don't know, but life has been life, and first and foremost. I've had a lot of things going on. A lot of you guys don't know that my father has been in the hospital for over 7 weeks, fighting for his life. And I've been dealing with that first and foremost. My job has been kicking my butt, running my businesses, doing my classes, dealing with my family, just a lot of different things. And making a video like this just seems to be the most easiest way. And I just want to make sure that I answer as many things as I can. I wrote down the top questions that I've got multitude of times. It is no way that I can answer every single thing because it's a lot of different things, but I'm going to try my best to answer all the top things. So one of the very first things that I'm going to address is the whole Phil contacting my job thing. Yes, that is true. Apparently, I was under investigation and I had no clue I was under investigation. Actually, people that knew called me and let me know, hey, is it true that Phil called your job and you're under investigation or something like that? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So, but it's a good thing because being that I do what I do, I should not have known because it's a process in which they have to do. And not until they need the evidence or whatever the case may be will I actually be informed. So I'm not mad. It's not a bad thing. I just had to prove my innocence and prove myself. And I'm clear of that. I'm not in trouble. Nothing happened. I'm good. But it was just a simple fact that you did that. Trying to take food and financials out of my family's mouth. That is just, that's a new level. That's just a new level, but it is true. The people do deserve to know that. And I just appreciate those people that did reach out to even let me know that, because apparently everybody's best friend got a best friend and they got a best friend, and then and that's just how information goes. So apparently he told somebody. But I'm good, y'all. First and foremost, I understood that when I made my other video, that when I've opened up Pandora's box, I understood that I was going to have to take the good, bad, and the ugly and be willing to walk through the fire. And I'm willing to walk through the fire, especially if I'm standing up for something that's right, first and foremost. So one of the first things I'm going to address, it's going to be the proof of what I was talking about in my last videos, because I've got a lot of interesting messages from a lot of interesting people. Now, I'm not saying it's been all bad, because it's been a lot of you guys been positive. A lot of you guys, first and foremost, I didn't even realize that there was a lot of people that's in similar situations going through the same things. They just didn't put it out there. And it is what it is, but I felt it was the right thing to do. So the very first thing that I talked about approximately was the whole laptop thing, and he already addressed that. He already said that that was very true. I did buy my own laptop, so I'm not going to go into anything that he's already addressed or that you guys have already done your research and you guys have already approved. I'm good on that. One of the questions was the Microsoft Word thing. Did I really do that? And I talked about that in approximately 6 minutes and 12 seconds into my last video. And so just want you guys to know that that is very true. I did actually purchase that. That is something that I actually did. About 6 minutes and 40 seconds, I addressed the Dropbox thing. I did actually purchase that. That is something that came out of my pocket. It is true. It's not false. But what was interesting in that was some people went a little further and was like, well, how do we not know that it wasn't personal use or whatever the case may be? So just to be clear, The only folders that I used it for was NAAGA. There's no personal at all in there at all. You know, what I find so interesting is when we look around the media today, and I'm just going a little sidebar. We look around media today and we see people that are tired of being treated certain ways, or they see people doing certain things, and then everyone else starts attacking the person that's actually speaking the truth and speaking up for what's right, because all the other people around that person, it's being secretive, or they don't want to let the masses know what's up. But in my opinion, you guys are the reasons that those people are still able to do some of the things that they do. Like, and this is a little sidebar, and it's no attack on nobody, but it's kind of like this. Like, you have so many people, not talking about this organization, but just in general, right? Track me for a second. You have so many people that's always posting stuff, bless this, got this, and by all means, I'm not this big religious person. I am more spiritual than religious, and a lot of people know that already. But it's just, you see so many people, I'm blessed, I'm this, I'm all this stuff, but you got the positions by stabbing someone in the back, by lying, by stepping on people. Like, where's the God in that? Like, all these people that be all about that life, but they get to where they are in the wrong places. For the life of me, I will never understand that whole thing, but y'all, there's a reason why you don't progress. And so many times people confuse movement with progress. You can run in place and not go anywhere. And all I was trying to do was get us to a point to where we are actually moving forward and we are progressing, and not just running still, doing the same things. And it's, for the life of me, I'll never understand that, but I digress. I'll go back into it. When I talked about on my video about 9 minutes and 35 seconds, when I addressed the whole Vegas thing, me going out there, I went out there by myself. I did pay for my own stuff. But what I did do was I gave some of the monies that I made, because it was almost a wash. Like I said, I didn't really make that much. But because my team at that time was not getting paid, but doing some work, I decided, yes, it was true that out of my own pocket, I did send them some money just because. And just so we're clear, the Cash Apps are whited out. But you guys can see on the paper that that is true. And I did not give them money because I had to. I did it because that's what a leader does. And they were doing something, but the organization wasn't giving them no money yet. I just did it just because. So based on the amount of work or their levels is what I gave them. And it is what it is. I'm not mad at it, but it's just funny to me how so many, and there's been a lot of positive, so it's not all negative, but it's just been so many people just so evil, so negative, like asking me all this stuff. It's very interesting that you hold me to a standard because I'm speaking the truth, but the other people, they just, no standard. All right, cool. Anyway, about 11 minutes and 40 seconds, I addressed something with Akithia and her records and things that she was paying for. If she wants to prove that, she can on her own stuff. I'm not really going to go down that road. But when I talked about the whole, how much that they get paid, about 12 minutes into it, and 19 minutes, we talked about the whole volunteer thing. He's already addressed that. He's already admitted those things, so I don't have to talk about that stuff. But at about 19 minutes and 35 seconds, I did talk about the fact that Akithia did pay for her calendar. And the same day that I stepped down, when I realized that there wasn't going to be no compensation, no other promises that was supposed to be made or anything, I just went ahead and I paid for what she paid out her own pocket for that service, because it was the right thing to do. I didn't just make that up. It was the right thing to do. And I still stand on that. And I don't regret that, because that's the type of leader I wanted to be. I did all this in the beginning to stand up for my team in the first place, because it was right. And just on a side note, as well, a lot of people was like, really? Did you actually pay them the check and all this type of stuff? Yes, I actually did. Not just once, not just twice, but multiple times. When I had to pay my team because they didn't get paid by this organization. They didn't. No matter if it was a glitch, a reason, an excuse, it doesn't matter. To me, there's no way that I could have a team and be in charge of my team, and yet they're not getting paid for their work. Now, yes, the organization did pay me back, but I still had to pay them. And I don't regret that either, but it is the truth. I wasn't just making stuff up. And that was a part of the whole investigation thing. I had to prove all this stuff. But my thing is, why y'all making me prove everything? Why don't y'all give that energy to them? Why don't y'all make them prove? See, because I'm not a paid member no more. I'm not giving my money to this organization no more. So they ain't got to prove nothing to me. They've already proven. After all this, they've already proven what they are and who they're led by, as far as I'm concerned, respectfully. So I'm good. The next thing I'm going to talk about is those top questions. And some of those top questions were, why did I not just stay silent like everybody else had? Because apparently there was a lot of people that commented and was like, well, I went through the same thing. And then a lot of people made comments, well, I would not have did that. Well, first and foremost, you're not me. You will never be me, okay? You will never understand me because you've never put your foot in my shoes and walked in them, ever. And as far as I'm concerned, you can keep those comments to yourself because I stood up for what's right. As a man, I will always stand up on my 2 feet. And if you don't want to stand up on yours, that's on you, but you're your own man. I hear you, but I don't really care about your comments. You can keep them to yourself. Personally, I don't really care. I don't really zone in on you because you're non-factor. You don't matter. As far as I'm concerned, you're the reason why this organization is the way that it is, because of people like you who won't stand up and they know what's going on. So that's all I got to say about that. As far as when I addressed the whole TC thing, it was a point, yes, where I was in talks with being a TC, and I actually had a conversation with the personnel in the training department now, and which is a whole nother story. But long story short, that was before I found out that he actually caught my job and did all that. So since then, absolutely not will I ever be a TC. I would never do anything with this organization, ever. Never. So I apologize, but for those that may wanted to train with me or whatever the case may be, but I will never. I could never. How could I do anything for this organization that have done this to me? Like, anytime you've done the things that you have done, how could an individual just, yeah, we're still cool. Cool how? You try to take food out my family's mouth, financials out of my family's mouth, try to shame me and wrong me for the truth. And clearly, I am not the only person, because there are so many people that have reached out with similar stories. But the thing that I just want to say is that, and I say this respectfully, but it's not my job to tell y'all stories. Y'all put that information out there so these people can hear that you're not alone. Clearly, if I am speaking on what I'm speaking about, you're not alone. You're not alone, but that's not my job to get out here and speak for everybody. I can only defend myself and stand up on my 2 feet because nobody else is doing it. I don't hear nobody else standing up for me but myself. So I'm going to stand up for myself because nobody else is, respectfully. And so something else that I was asked was, would I come back and do I still support them? I think I've already made that kind of clear. So I just want to make it crystal clear. Absolutely not. I know in my last video, I said that I would come back and I still support them. Well, I'm drawing that line right now. No, not never, not ever, Not tomorrow, not today, not next year, not yesterday. No, I will never. After y'all have done what y'all did to me, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would never get on another platform and say, oh yeah, never. I know a lot of my friends will say, well, you rock with them, I rock with them. Well, I'm telling y'all now, I don't rock with them at all. At all. It's not going to happen. When I talked about, as far as anybody else coming to Georgia, and that was towards the end of that video, and a lot of people asked questions about that, like, and I still meant what I said, but it kind of morphed into something different, and something that I just heard from my dad just over the past weekend when I surprised him for Christmas, was he was kind of talking the best way he can and asked me what's been going on. And long story short, he said, if I fight, you fight. And so that kind of put a battery in my back, and it kind of changed my vision on what I want to do, because you got to know your strengths and your weaknesses and what you can do and what you cannot do, because a part of success is time management. And anyone that knows me knows I'm busy. I'm doing a lot of different type of things. And so I have no desire to ever be the president of an organization like this. No. And just on that subject, posted my last video to now, and I hate to say this, but I'm being honest, I did not even realize how many Black 2A chapters that have nothing to do with this organization and other organizations that are basically doing what they're doing, and they just had troubles like with liftoff. They've had problems with getting their curriculum certified and things of nature like that. So not only did I meant what I said, but this is to y'all. Reach out to me. I think my skills are better served, because outside of what I love to do, which is just teach, I love teaching, I love being in the classroom, that's what I do. I have the knowledge and the skills to help y'all. So if you have failure to lift off, I would love to back y'all. I would love to be a part of your organizations. And I would love to help y'all get y'all curriculum certified in y'all states. And I do want to say this because the cat got out of the bag a little bit with a couple of the bigger organizations that reached out to me and they offered me a position. And I do appreciate that. First and foremost, that is true. It's just, I just have a lot going on. And again, it's about time management and what I can actually do and what I'm willing to do. And I just think that I'm best served helping a lot of the smaller people that are actually doing a lot of good work out there, and they don't have the guidance and the leadership to get to where they need to get in. And if I can help you guys, I just think that I'm better served there. Another question that I got was, did my team know everything that I knew, and why did some go, some stay? So first and foremost, my whole entire team knew everything that I was going through, that I stated, that there was I was very transparent with my team. So my whole team, they knew the same, but I could not speak for none of them. I will not speak for nobody. I will only speak for myself. And I understand that every person makes their own decisions for whatever their reasons may be. Either way, it has nothing to do with me, but they were aware and are aware of everything that I'm talking about. Hence, some of those documents I was sent to them, so they were aware. Another questions was that people were asking me about was all the shirts and all those things. And surprisingly enough, it came from a few instructors that were asking me, well, what's up with my shirts? Do you still have them? Why did I never get them? Well, first and foremost, understand that I'm not a member. I'm not a part of this organization no more. I want nothing to do with this organization. But I will say this. Just so you guys are aware of this. After I got y'all address and things like that, we decided to wait until the convention to hand out those shirts. And if you ask a lot of the instructors, that's why they got them then. Well, after that, I was waiting for funding to actually be able to mail off all those materials, all the patches, the t-shirts and things like that to y'all. And respectfully, I'm kind of happy that I did not, because I feel like it would have just been another thing that I paid for myself and never would have got anything back for it. And so I know that that was a question as far as, well, I hear that you still have stuff. Well, understand this, that when I stepped down, the very next day I reached out to try to figure out, can somebody meet me to get this stuff? Crickets, silence. Can someone send me a UPS tag or something so I could ship this stuff off? Because I don't want to do it on my dime. Silence. And eventually, the vice president did reach out, and I gave everything back to him. And this was the proof on that. And I did return everything to him. The foam, the t-shirts, the bags, the pins, the patches, all that stuff. It's in their possession. I don't know what they're going to do with it. That is not on me. But again, give the smoke to that department. I don't know. I have nothing to do with it. But I did what's right. What should have happened was they would have picked it up or made arrangements to do it. But it's okay. I did it myself because it was the right thing to do. So it's all good. Another thing was the whole field situation. That they were like, well, we heard that, you actually were going to get fired and all this stuff. Let's not play that game, because that's not true. Actually, this is what I wrote him. I'm writing to formally resign from my position as the National Training Director at NAAGA, effective immediately. After careful considerations and many discussions, because we had many discussions for weeks about a lot of things, about my concerns about this organization's integrity, honesty, and transparency, I have decided that it is in the best interest for myself to step down from my current role. This decision was not made lightly, but I believe that it is the right choice for my personal character and professional integrity. I appreciate your understanding regarding my decision. Sincerely, Myloreal Anderson. This is a fact. So I don't know where y'all get all that from and whatever, but y'all can keep all that. Again, I got the Carfax. I got all the facts that I'm speaking about. And be clear that I'm not even speaking on everything that I know. I'm not even speaking on everything that I could say. Because again, this is not the point of this. This is to protect my name and what I stand for as a man. Because there's nobody else is going to do it. And sidebar, just so I'm clear, y'all done did this twice now. So I know that you meant, I know it's that fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, whatever. But you've done it two times now, so I know you meant it. Don't make it a third. I suggest y'all leave me alone. Because I'm not going to be bullied. I would not be trampled on. You will not intimidate me. You will not do none of that. I will do what's right no matter what. And I got my Carfax. Everything I'm speaking about is not just pulled from the sky. And anyone that knows me knows that I stand up on certain things no matter what. I'm that type of person. I'll go to war with anybody. If it's right, and if I'm wrong, I will admit it, because I don't know what I do not know. But if I do something wrong, I'll admit it and I will fix it. I will never do it again, because when I apologize for something, I mean it. I mean it. One of the other questions was, where else? Was this magazine thing. Well, I can let you guys know that I have no idea. I can tell you guys, out of the 3 magazines that we were supposed to get, I'm missing 2 out of the 3. I only got 1 myself, and I was a paid member and I worked for them. So I don't know. Ask them. Ask them. I do not know. I have no idea. I've not been there. I don't back the organization. I have no idea. Make them tell you what they're doing with your money, because they're not getting mine. No more. Why did I never start a chapter and things like that? So one of the reasons why I did not start a chapter was the whole conflict of interest thing. I felt that I shouldn't be the national training director and be a president of the chapter. I just thought that was too close. And if you looked at my last video, that integrity part, even on why I wasn't capitalizing on everything, because that's not who I am. And then a lot of you guys were asking me questions about, like, well, Bass Reeves, because you guys know I'm in Georgia and things like that. And yes, well, first and foremost, I love that chapter. They're great leadership, great, just thumbs up. They do a lot. They are in the community. They give out scholarships out their own money that they fund in. They do that themselves from what I understand. They do a lot of stuff themselves. Like a lot of the chapters seem to be their own little hubs from what I understand. And a lot of you guys were asking me, well, where does the funding go for all these things? Again, I don't know. I don't know. And I hate to say I do not know, but I want to make this very clear, but it's also not my responsibility to give you guys all these answers. I was in the training area. That's what I did. That was my lane. And I did darn good at it. And y'all need to ask those people that. I challenge chapter members. Call those presidents, call those people, ask them, is this organization funding them, or are they giving them anything that y'all giving? I don't know. But I know what y'all tell me. But I'm not going to repeat that. That's not my job. I got a full-time job. I'm not about to be on media being the spokesperson for that. That is not my point in all this. I'm just making sure my name is cleared and that there is no mud on my name, that I worked hard for. Because see, I didn't cut a corner. I didn't wrong nobody. I didn't step over somebody to get my position to... No, when I called you my brother and sister, I meant it. I meant it. And all y'all people out there, just so I'm clear, all these folks in the organization that still ain't called me yet, keep that same energy. Don't call me. I'm good. I don't need no new friends. I'm fine. Keep that same energy. And all those other people that did reach out to me, I know who you are. I see you also. I hear you. I see you. And I appreciate you. But there's a lot of people that are snakes. Not on my watch. I won't be involved in it. A lot of people's asked me about the whole land thing. Have I been? Yes, I've been to that land that he has bought. I have never saw a documentation that says it's his, it's not his. I do not know. Y'all can look on tax documents, I think. I don't know. It's not, I have no desire to do all that stuff. Again, I don't know. And that's just the top questions that I literally have gotten more than 10, 15, 20 times from different people that I just want to kind of just address. And I don't mean to attack. I'm not trying to be at you guys. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys understand that your energy towards me should not be towards me. Everything that I said in my last video, I've proven. I've done my due diligence. I don't even know why he called, because that's called retaliation. And I could have done something about that, especially being that everything I said was the truth. But I did not. Because again, that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not where I am trying to go. That's not me at all. But I understand something, that I am not going to shrink myself or make myself small because people can't handle who I am. I should never have to lower my integrity and character to make people feel comfortable about themselves and their decisions that they make. Absolutely not. And so I will stand up all day long and be exactly who I am. Because this is who I am. I'm going to be this way today, tomorrow, and I got one time to live my life. And one time, and I'm going to try to do it the best that I can, because I am a mentor. I am a father. I do a lot of stuff in martial arts and a lot of classes. I'm an officer and all these other things that I do. I'm supposed to be better than just whatever is out there. I have to be able to stand for something, or I would just fall for anything. And so, in short, I hope that this has helped you guys. And I tried my best to answer everything. So in short, I just want to let you guys know that it is about to be 2024. I'm moving on with my life. I am leaving this organization right where it is. I have no desire to do anything. I don't back them. I've cut all ties. I have nothing and want nothing to do with none of y'all. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because I got the Carfax. Leave me alone. For all those people that sent me all that stuff and you have been able to do the same thing, let the people know that. You let the people know that. You post your own stuff. It's not my job to do it for you. Respectfully. I'm just standing up for myself. I'm moving forward. I want to be the change that I wish to see. I want to be that. And it starts with myself, and that's what I'm doing. So I wish you guys a happy new year. I wish you guys nothing but blessings. And I hope that this helps you guys know that a lot of you guys are not alone in what you guys feel. And if you guys feel that way, let people know that. If you guys have questions, ask them and make them prove to you otherwise. Because I've done my proof. I've done my due diligence for me. God bless all you guys. Happy New Year. I can't wait to get 2024 started. Peace and love and blessings, you guys.